Here's one of the top problems that's costing you money with your investing. It's not bad strategy, it's not the market itself, it's fear. Fear of losing, fear of making mistakes, fear of getting in at the wrong time. And if you don't control it, I can promise you it will control you. So if you've ever hesitated to enter a trade and then watched it take off without you, or you panicked and sold too early only to see it continue to climb after that, and then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Fear makes you second guess your decisions, overanalyze every single move, and a lot of times, frankly, miss opportunities that are right in front of you for the taking. And if you don't fix it, it's gonna keep you stuck forever in your investing. But there is good news. Fear isn't something that you're born with. It's something that you've trained yourself to feel, which means you can untrain it. And so today we're going to talk exactly about that. How do you shift that mindset to eliminate fear to trade with confidence? So stick around because at the end I'm going to give you a really simple exercise that's going to help you overcome fear on your very next trade that you take. So let's be honest, fear is built into trading, right? We fear losing money, we fear of making mistakes, we fear looking foolish, and we fear having to tell our spouse about the money that we lost, right? It makes us hesitate. We miss great trades because we're afraid to be wrong. Now, if that sounds familiar, I can promise you're not alone. Like, fear is costing you money, and it keeps you from growing as a trader. If you don't fix it, it's going to affect you forever. So how do we overcome that? Well, it starts with a mindset shift. Most traders focus on their winning. They focus on winning every single trade, and they believe that every trade has to be perfect. They think losing money means that they're failing, and that's where they go wrong. Successful traders don't focus on individual trades. They focus on making great decisions over time. And they don't fear losses because they understand that losing is just part of it. They stick to their strategy. Think about it like this. Imagine a baseball player who freaks out every time they strike out. They wouldn't last long in the major leagues, right? Because every time they get into the batter's box, they'd have that little panic moment and it would affect their performance. Great traders, just like great athletes, understand that success is about consistency, not perfection. If you want to succeed at trading, you have to stop trying to be right all the time. Instead, focus on following a solid process. Make good decisions, and the profits will follow. Now, we know fear may be holding you back, and we know the key is to shifting that mindset, but how do we actually do that? All right, well, here are 3 simple exercises that you can start using today to rewire your brain for trading success. First, reframe losses as tuition. Every great trader has paid to learn. Losses are simply part of the process. Instead of saying, I lost money, I failed, start saying, I paid for a lesson. What can I learn from it? This simple shift removes that emotional charge from the loss and helps you improve without fear. Secondly, lower your risk until that fear is gone. If you are scared of losing money, then you are probably risking too much. Before you enter a trade, ask yourself, if this trade loses, will I be okay? If the answer is no, then you're risking too much. If the answer is yes, then you're in a good position to execute with confidence. But if fear is paralyzing you, lower your position size until you no longer feel that same stress. And over time, you can build confidence and scale up your position size from there. Third, create what I call a fear journal. Every time you feel fear before placing a trade, that tinge of anxiety, write down what's making you hesitate. Is it fear of losing money, fear of being wrong, fear of missing out? Do this for at least a week, maybe a month, and I promise you, you're going to start to see some patterns emerge. And once you know what's triggering your fear, you can actively work on overcoming it. So, to recap, fear is the number one thing holding a lot of traders back. And the solution is a mindset shift. So stop focusing on individual trades and focus on your process and your decision making. And use these 3 exercises to rewire your brain. So reframe your losses as tuition rather than just a loss. Lower your risk until that fear disappears, and keep a journal of those moments of fear. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one of those exercises and do it this week. Drop a comment below and tell me what's the biggest fear that you struggle with in trading, and how might these 3 exercises help you overcome that. I want to work on this together with you and help make all of us better traders. And real quickly before you go, be sure to click that like button, follow or subscribe for more trading mindset tips, as well as a lot of other things that we're going to discuss here on this platform. And I will see you in the next video. And until then, be sure and trade with confidence, not with fear.